Hey guys, welcome back to RWM Finance. Well, today I wanted to talk about what to do before investing and specifically these 5 things that you should do before investing. I know I've made a video about what is investing and the steps to invest, and y'all have probably heard me say that time in the market beats timing the market. Well, before you get started at investing, there are some pretty simple things that you should do, and I felt that I should share them with y'all. And it's just 5 things that I think you should do. So before you get started investing, make sure to do these 5 things. So if you haven't subscribed, please scroll down and click that subscribe button, and we'll get to these 5 simple things that you need to do before investing. Now, the first thing you need to do before investing is educate yourself on investing. Y'all really think I'm joking with y'all about checking out the books in the description bar below? I'm serious when I tell y'all to go check them out, but you don't even just have to check out the books in the description bar below. Go to your local library or look on the internet about good books to learn about investing on, and you use them and they will help you out. Use them to educate yourself on investing. I mean, talking about the books down in the description bar below, you can learn how Warren Buffett invests by reading the book Buffettology, or you can learn how to become an intelligent investor by reading the book The Intelligent Investor. But it doesn't have to just be from books. I mean, there's so many sources of information out there. I mean, you could look at videos, there are courses that you can take, and then there's podcasts that you can listen to. You just have to start, and that's all that it takes. Because knowledge is just like compound interest. It just keeps adding up. The more you learn, the more you study, the more you educate yourself, it just keeps adding up. The second thing you should do is figure out where you stand financially. You know, are you spending too much on unnecessary things? Or are you even making enough money to start investing? You know, you might have to make some sacrifices in order to be able to start saving for investing or in order to start investing. You might have to find a cheaper apartment or someplace with cheaper rent. I feel like the best way for you to see where you stand financially is to make a budget. This allows you to see areas where you are spending too much or areas where you can actually cut back expenses. Like I said, you might have to make some sacrifices, and that's the thing that most people don't want to do. They would rather stay where they're at and stay losing money and stay not investing for their future than sacrifice a little today for the freedom in the long term. Now, our third thing to do before investing is to save up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. If you don't know what an emergency fund is, then you can check out my video. It should be popping up right up there right about now. In essence, an emergency fund is an account that you set up that you put money into that is strictly for the use for emergencies. And you do not touch that money unless it is an emergency, like a job loss or an unexpected medical bills, or say your car breaks down. So if you were to lose your job, your emergency fund could help you cover the bills. So you should calculate up your monthly bills and expenses and multiply that by 6. Once you do that, that is your target amount for your emergency fund. Remember, you do not touch this money unless it is an emergency. And a perfect example of this would be what happened due to the coronavirus. A lot of people lost their jobs, and I imagine the people that actually had an emergency fund saved up probably were a lot better off than the people that didn't. One more thing, once you use up some of your emergency fund, make sure to replenish it in order for you to be prepared for the next emergency. Now, our fourth thing to do before investing is to eliminate bad or unhealthy debt. Some people call it unhealthy debt, some people call it bad debt, but whatever it is, you want to eliminate your high interest debt. And specifically, you want to eliminate your highest interest debt first. This kind of goes back to those sacrifices that I was talking about earlier. You know, are you willing to find a cheaper place to live? Are you willing to cut out Netflix and Apple Music and other unnecessary expenses? And are you willing to stop going out every weekend? All of which so you can start saving some money in order to pay off your debt, which in turn, once you do, will allow you to start investing for your future. I mean, those are the questions you need to start asking yourself. So say you are willing to make some sacrifices and that way you can cut out some expenses in order to save some money. Then you need to go back to your budget and make sure to include your payments toward your debt within your budget. This way you have it down in writing or, on the computer. This way you have it written down in some form or fashion that you are going to start making payments toward your debt. Now, the fifth thing that you need to do before investing is to establish your investment goals. This is a very important one. Do you want a certain number of shares of a certain or specific company? Or do you want to receive a certain dollar amount after 1 year, and again in 5 years, and then a different one in 10 years? Or would you like to have a certain amount of money invested? It could be as simple as I'd like to have $100 invested after the first month of investing. Or I would like to own 10 shares of Coca-Cola after 5 months. Or I would like to receive $10 in dividends after my first year of investing. You could even make a contract for yourself, and you could say, I will invest $40 every week into an ETF that mirrors the S&P 500. Whatever your investment goals are, you need to write them down and put them in a place that you will see them every single day. Once you have it written down, it is harder for you to back out of it. And it being in a place you will see every day will be a constant reminder of why you're doing what you're doing. If you're making sacrifices, then seeing that every single day will be a constant reminder of what you're working towards. Finally, once you've done all of those 5 things, the only thing left for you to do is get started. Go get started fulfilling your investment goals. And once you meet your first goal, then make another goal and just keep making those goals as you fulfill them and continue that process and never stop trying to improve. Just a little reminder, but I am not a financial advisor, so if you do need more help, then definitely consult a financial pro or some financial advisor. And I'm not saying that you have to follow this plan. I just think that it would be beneficial for someone who is just trying to get started, and I think it's a good place to start before you actually start investing. A couple more things I would like to add, and then I'll be done. But the first thing is to keep educating yourself on investing. No matter how many books you read or how much you actually think you know, never stop educating yourself on investing, because there's always going to be new things around every turn, and there's always going to be, different things happening in the market. So the more that you learn, the more that you'll be able to earn. Lastly, make sure to do your homework on any investment that you're thinking about getting into. Go over the specs of it, make sure you can afford it, make sure it's the right investment for you. Well guys, those are the 5 things that you need to do before you get started investing, so go get started. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, scroll down, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel below. Also, make sure to check out the list of books in the description bar below. Another thing, if you have any comments or questions, please leave those down in the comment section. I will personally try and respond to each and every one of them. Follow us on Instagram at RWM Finance. Remember guys, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure to tune in to the next video. As always, thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.